Hey guys, so as we left off, we've just made some moving platforms. We've put lots of our own art into the game. Now I'm going to be showing you the next step, which is pretty cool, and that's going to be making a heads-up display. So for that, we're going to go into our widgets folder, and we're going to right-click, and we're going to go to user interface, and we're going to go to widget, and we're going to call this HUD for HUD. Okay. Now, double click on that. Everything that you do, lots of say cinematics and things like that, you would actually do in this widget window. You can see here that it highlights that blue line around it. That is actually just showing you what the player is actually going to see. So anything within that is what the player is going to see, and you can alter this to whatever size, say, device that the person has. So if I go here and I add a border, so we're just going to drag and drop that in here. What we're actually going to be adding in today is a health bar. So I'm adding that in there, and then I'm going to anchor this to the top left. So no matter what device someone uses, it's always going to be in the top left. I can do that by pressing on this. I can also do that by going over here to the right and going to anchors and then pressing on that one, and that's always going to keep that up the top there. So now what we're going to do next, next is we're going to start adding some different bars to this, right? So we've already got our border, so now we need to add some things within that. But first, what we're actually going to do is go to brush color. We want this to be see-through, so essentially we go to alpha channel, we make this 0. So I just press 0, press enter. That's going to make it see-through. This is essentially just setting the border for where a health bar wants to be. Within this border, what we first want to do is actually add in a horizontal box. So going up the top and grabbing that, and we're going to drag that under our border like that, so we now have a horizontal box underneath that. And we're going to go back up top, and we're going to press on the horizontal box, and we're going to make sure we've got that aligned in the middle. See how that makes it go small? We actually don't want to do that. We want it to fill that box up. So mistake by me there, obviously. The next thing we actually want to do is add 2 vertical boxes. So go up here, I'm going to go, whoops. I'm going to add a vertical box under that one, and another vertical box. See, I'm being very careful with where I'm parenting that to that box there. So now if I press on this, I can then press fill, press on this, and then press fill. We don't actually want both of these to be the same size, so I'm actually going to take this down to 0.5. Actually, we'll go 0.4. Alright, cool. So now we've got 2 little bits there, and you can kind of see now how there's going to have health there, and going to have our other bit in that section there. So what we need to do is add a few more things to this. So the strange thing about this is we're actually going to have to add a horizontal box to this vertical box, because we want our let me go fill again, because we want our health bar to be going horizontally, not vertically up and down. So it's important to actually put that one in, and then we need to add a text box to this one, which actually if I just get rid of that, you'll see that text is on this front page there, so I can add that to that one there. And then we can go to the right here, so if I click on text, instead of it saying text block, we can say health. Let's make sure we spelt it right. That's good. And then we can actually center that up, just there. So another thing is, well, I'm not too happy. I'll make this a little bit bigger. Kind of want it to stand out, so it's important that we've got that bigger there. Excellent. We might fill that, and that way it's going to be perfectly in the middle like that. Alright, cool, excellent. So now we're down to the last section, and that is actually adding in our progress bar. And you can see here, just like the other part, progress bar is just making sure we've got the right horizontal box, and we can drag and drop our progress bar into that. And then needing to click on that again. I don't know why it doesn't automatically put you on to what you've latest put down, but it doesn't. So now I've made that progress bar fill that by pressing on fill, and that should be okay, just like that. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Because, let's be serious, in games, health is normally green. So if we go down to our color, we find a cool looking green. That way when that fills up, that is going to be that green color, which I'm pretty happy with. So now we've got that basically in place. We haven't actually told it to do anything. I'm going to quickly compile and save that, just like I like to do. And then we might do a couple of other steps here. So what we're going to do first is make this actually appear on our... we're going to make this appear on our 2D side scroller character. So we're going to make it actually appear on our screen is what we need to do. So I go to blueprints. Let's go to our character blueprint. So when you go up the top here, so on event begin play, we need to set some stuff. So this is all fine. We need to leave that there where it is. And then we need to actually create a widget. Create widget. This isn't why it's often important as well to make sure you name your widget appropriately and you can say easily as well, so you can't get that wrong. So got that there, and then the last thing we need to do is add to viewport. And we're going to add that to viewport. So that way it should be opening up when the game starts. So if I press play, you can see here that I've got my health in the top left there. Okay, so we know that's working, we know that's being added to the viewport. So now the next step that we need to do is actually start getting this to do some stuff. Also quite concerning was that it didn't go green there. File save. Check. Okay, so that should be fine. Alright, cool. So now if we go back here, we've got that there. Let's add in. So we need to make a, let's start on our graph to do with this. And actually, it's all to do with the progress bar. So I click on progress bar, and then we're going to go down here to, no, hold up. We haven't actually made a variable. We need to make a variable, and it needs to be called health, and it needs to be a float. There we go. We need to compile that first. I don't know why. We're going to make that a default value 75. The reason I'm making that 75 is so that we can see if it's actually progressing. Okay. So now we've actually made that variable, made it so your health bar is nearly 75% filled when you start the game. So if I go back to HUD now, and we're actually going to go to progress. So we're in our progress bar, still got that clicked on. Over here to progress, and it's got percentage. And we're going to go and we're going to create a binding, and that's going to give us this node just here. So what we want to be doing is we're going to be getting get player character. Whoops, there we go. And get our player character, and what we're going to be doing is casting to the side scroller character. Add that up here. Let's join these bad boys together, just like that. Now let's start messing around with their health a little bit. So what the first thing we need to do is get our health. Get health. And you will need to take off content sensitive for that. That just there like that. And we're actually going to divide health or float. So we're going to go dividing our float by float. Excellent. Add you to there. Add you to there. Change you to 100. Compile, save. Essentially, this is saying that your health getting displayed on the progress bar is 100% like the health that is being chosen in your code that you did on your blueprint. So now that should be fine. I know I've probably already compiled and saved that, but I'm a bit OCD about that because I like to make sure it's doing it. Just gonna press play. Cool. Green, 75% filled. Let's actually make this bad boy fill up. You know what I mean? So if I come over here, whoops, so let's stop that first. And I come all the way over here. So this is dealing with tick update animations. So on a tick, we actually want to be adding some health. So we can actually drag from health over here, and we're going to set our health. So overall, the overarching thing we're going to be doing is setting our health. Let's drag these two into that. All right. Let's set what this is actually going to be. That's what that little bar down there is. So we're going to do a let's get health first. Get health, and then we're going to do a addition float. Float plus float. Cool. And let's add that in. So we're trying to tell our code here how fast to fill up the health. One's going to be quick, so we're going to go 0.1. Compile, save. Alright, now let's test this out and press play. So you can see there that it fills up. It's actually filling up pretty quick. You do want there to obviously be a challenge in a game. So if I get rid of that and I put a 0 there, compile, save, let's test that again. And you can see there that's filling up at a lot more normal speed that you'd see in a normal game. So that looks good. So what we're going to be doing next time, we're also going to be having this health. Make it fill up slow so you can pick up health pickups. So we're going to be showing you how to do that in the next video. So hopefully that'll be able to help you out as well as when you just make something that gives you damage. So that will be the next two videos. We'll be doing one on how to do a health pickup and one on something that damages you. So hopefully you've learnt a lot today on, well, primarily widgets, because it's the first time we've done widgets. Thank you.